Hey, hey, my beautiful eight pinners. Yay, it's your turn. How are you? My name is Christine Moyer, as you all know, and this is your October recording video of directives of what you need to have in your satchel as you go for the sprint run through the 10 terrain that we're all moving through in October. I haven't said this yet to anybody or made a comment on it, but most numerologists don't include the zero. They'll break it down to a single digit whenever they run up against a 10 or 20 30 or 40. And I'm not somebody who does that, because the zero it is a very important symbol in our numeric cardinal system. And it is nothing short of all the intuitive gifts and sensitivity levels that are sixth sense, as well as physical strength in this beautiful bag of bones that we're all walking around in on this lifetime and this spin around the sun, as well as internal strength and the ability to express authentically. This zero is loaded. So, guys, this month for you is big because it is like the first touch of your 9 personal year journey, which is going to start in January. And we start to get the wafts of the flip of the year somewhere at the end of November, is what I've noticed. The last really big push surge does seem to happen at the end of November, and things settle down through December, only to launch in January. So we are really, really in the sweet spot. And for you, you're trying on the 9 frequency. This is what you're doing this month. You have had an incredibly powerful year. The 8 frequency in an 8 global year. You guys have thought about you a lot. I talk to a lot of you. A lot of you are my clients. And so I know the difficulty that you have moved through this year, but also the success and prosperity that you have actually figured out. Not only money, stuff, and things, but in your strength of character, generosity, and the assets of life that are about loving kindness and giving to others in need, whether it be your time, your expertise, somebody who really needs some help. So this month, you've got a 9 frequency, and the 9 is all about integrity. And this is the tool in your satchel, right? We're all running through the 10 frequency of October. Everybody on the planet is running through this 10 frequency, and your specific, what's next to your water bottle is the information that is connected to 9. And I talked to you last month about this, ironically, because 9 is connected to September. And September, I'm looking at my PC and I never look at my notes. I don't even know why I have it there. September is a 9 month. And so I talked to you a lot about what do you need to let go of? What things are being asked to let go that had a purpose at some point, but they just don't anymore. And what relationships also are asking that you let them go. Business ideas, asking that you let them go. Location and people and bogey and target, mission statement. It just runs the gambit of what parts of your life are not in the highest realms of alignment with higher principles and a very clear purpose. Cleaning up the places that it's money just for the sake of money. Cleaning up the places that you have relied on, and this is where I'm kind of going into, let me just shift to October, because I'm going to really take this in a direction that is specific for you if you lean in every day with this directive. You will be pleased at the results at the end of this month. So if 9 has the energy of integrity, and that integrity is backed on calculated, well thought out research for solid foundations connected to highest of integrity. That means that the beautiful mental field of yours has the runway to go and to look at, is this mine? Is this my highest principled truth in the work that I do, in what I am doing with my days, and how I am doing it in my days? Have I vetted it for its authenticity and its integrity? Yeah, this is what you really want to utilize every day. How do you implement that? If this is the only thing I told you, do this and it will produce results for you across the board that you will be pleased with, I would be good with that. Because 9 energy, like the 7, it can adopt other people's ways of thinking because it's super smarty pants and it seems to influence a lot of people. So rather than really thinking too hard about it, they're like, yeah, that'll work. And many people find success in that pipe, in adopting that pipeline. Many people do find success there. For you guys, I want you to think about is this in alignment with this energy of 1? The terrain that we're all in is 10. The 1 frequency is individuation of that spiritual essence that's sitting in the bag of bones right here, having a human experience. Is that in alignment with the higher principles of you as a spiritual being? Is that what you really think? Because the 0 frequency is all about community and universal inclusion, regardless of race, religion, sexual identification and orientation, socioeconomic strata. It just doesn't matter because we all come from the same source. That's what the 0 represents. Whether you believe that or not, no skin off my nose. That is just a truism that's out there. So guess what? Think about it. What are you doing? What are you doing in your business? Have a minute. This is trying on the shirt of what's about ready to roll for you in January, your marathon 12-month run. I strongly recommend that you take this seriously. This is one of the months for me. I've done many radio shows and podcasts about the pin cycles, and I've talked about a lot of different things about September for the 8. I know every single month, like, it's insane what I've got in my head with math. Numbers are always flipping in my mind and in my system. And I'm also a pianist and a composer. It's just math and music all the time, right? So I've said a lot of things to the 8-pinners about September, about warnings, because warnings are there. You can make a gigantic, enormous mess here because you feel that the combination of these numbers makes you feel incredibly powerful and untouchable. And that's where I'm giving you a solid, supportive piece that says, if you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, and I mean it, your buck, spiritual evolution, that's also a side benefit of this too, because I see the pins really focused on business and relationships, right? If you want to get the biggest whoosh and really feel good about this month, you're going to have a sit. You're going to go to bed at night and you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to say, Let me see the places where I am not living in integrity. Let me see the places where I might have missed the greatest good of all and the integrity of what I'm doing. Let me see it. Your integrity, not an adopted integrity, yours. Not something that sounds good because other people go, that's cool. You know, it's religion, it's personality, it's belief systems, it's that kind of stuff. And if you're in the main group, you know, the big herd group, you're probably going to have more success initially with that group, but you will have less authentic expression of self, and that starts to eat away and grind at you. I don't care who you are, it just does. And that's also an ism, it's a fact. So looking at things, and then guess what? You will, if you keep pushing that, come on, where is it? And you keep asking yourself that question, you will be shown, you will see, it will come to you. And then you can pivot accordingly. Then you can take your actions and your words. It might be something that requires physical strength, authentic expression. Those are the spiritual gifts of the zero, right? Authentic expression, one, really coming from this heart-centered place where it is high. It's one of the highest, if not the highest, form of energy out there. Authentic expression that is really focused on the good of all right? You do that, this month will be phenomenal for you. And I know that what I'm talking about might seem utopic, but the ninth frequency has just such the most beautiful gift and ability to speak from a place of higher truth. And it is nothing short of inspirational, compassionate, incredibly kind and loving, and filled with grace when it is authentically connected, when it's authentically connected up head and heart. There's nothing like it. When I have a 3 and a 9 in the room and they are in alignment, there is so much joy and so much laughter where you're just it's kind of crazy and remarkable and beautiful. 3s, 6s, and 9s, and these are the creative numbers as well, though. And when they are in balance within themselves, it's a really beautiful, inspiring environment to be in. So that's my biggest directive for you for this month. And I also want to remind you that next month is an 11 month, and the next month in December is a 12 month, a 1, 2, 3 combination, which is a pretty powerful, unique set of frequencies that are coupled together, that we're all going to be, on a plane and dropping into a new zone. So that warning about this month is definitely there. Check yourself before you wreck yourself is really what I say. I know people who've blown up really important relationships inside of this month, only to regret it later on, So take this powerful frequency that you're feeling and do something really wonderful with it. Get your fanny in alignment with your own individuated integrity, and then when you're seeing the places that might not be in alignment there, and that commit to doing something about it and just righting the ship. Righting the ship now is going to save you time later in the future, because this is kind of what all 2025 is going to be about for you, is trimming the tree, trimming the tree, trimming the tree. And that's just every single sector of your life, all right? You don't want to make any messes that you have to clean up and put the time in, if they're even clean upable, later on in this year and moving into next. All right. little more serious of a conversation with you guys, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. It'll be a little more playful next month, but this was just kind of a serious one that we needed to have. Hit the subscribe button if you wouldn't mind, if you want to stay apprised of what's going on here, and the like button. Any comments or questions right here. I check those messages probably a couple, 3 times a week. And you always know you can find me over at 12 Listen if you need any type of intuitive guidance of any sort. I'm a full-time 6th sense seer. I'm there every single day of the week for a chunk of time. You can also schedule a call with me if I'm not online, and I will get an email update and a text update about that. So it's really efficient. You guys, I love you, and I'm one of your biggest cheerleaders out there, so keep going, and I will talk to you next month or in the chat. Bye.